Hey, hello. Welcome to the next live stream. Sorry for the delay. I had a small hiccup with getting my headphone to work I've torn down my room. My room is like just a shell of what it normally is because I'm in the process of getting ready to move. So I apologize. Hello, welcome. Welcome to a new live stream. Yay, live stream time. Do you guys hear everything? Sound all right? Hello. Does everything sound okay? Just want to make sure the mix is right. Sounds good. Okay, good. Yay! So this is a bonus patch. I spent an hour this morning, which is, I get carried away sometimes and then I lose track of time and then I'm hungry and I need to eat and I don't have any proper clothes on for saying hello to everybody and my hair is all over the place. Anyway, good afternoon to all of you. Welcome. This is a live stream. This is sponsored by my website, PlugInGuru. Let me show you that website really quick because I have a little sale going on. So let's go over here. PlugInGuru. It's the St. Patrick's Day weekend, so 40% off most libraries. Just so you know, that means you can go to the product page. This lists all of the libraries that are available. You'll see the free ones at the top. There's other free ones interspersed. Everything's just automatically discounted. So instead of being $39, it's $23. It's now through Monday, which is St. Patrick's Day. So go through and grab a couple inspiring packs. There's a couple of libraries not included because they are just brand spanking new. Titan, this is the last day to get Titan, that's what this patch is all about. It's on its intro pricing. It was supposed to end yesterday. But I've been so busy, I forgot to send, I didn't have a chance to send you guys, didn't send, whatever. I think I thought about sending it and then I'm renting my house. And so I've had to clean and when you've been in the same place for a long time, it's crazy. So this is the last day of this at this price. After this, it goes up to $52. It won't be on sale for St. Patrick's Day after today. So it's kind of in a weird in-between holding pattern. So this is the last chance to get the discount on this really cool and I'll show you this bonus patch and I'll make it available here shortly for you guys to download. But Mega Magic Guitars Volume 4 is part of the sale. But UniFlow and Heartstrings are not, since they are new. Unify is not. There's some big news on Unify. We've just updated it. It is no longer a beta. It is now Unify 1.11.2, and we'll talk a little bit about that more in a minute. But this is the last update for Unify Standard Edition. We're working on an update to come out later this year. I can't show you anything about it or talk about it because it's under development and it's just Shane and myself, and so it takes time for what we're trying to do. The update, it's 111.2 or 1.10.3. If you have an older Mac OS, what you do is this, and let's talk about this first because this is the big news of the day. So if we go over here to the final update and there's all the updaters. You'll see that there is a PKG for 111.2, and then there's a 1.10.3 downgrade. The rule is, and please read the README, is that you update with 111.2 before you do the downgrade, because there's stuff inside of this update that needs to be in place before this updates the binaries and takes them back to 1.10.3. With this update, 1.10.3 will work all the way back to Mac OS 10.9. That's what I have downstairs on a computer, and it's running this update. No error messages, no, this can't be ran on this. But even if you have an older Mac, you have to run on 111.2 first, okay? It's springtime is here. So I apologize, but my allergies are killing me. Between that and cleaning my house, it's just crazy, crazy stuff. So that is the rule on this update. And on the Windows side, we have the same thing. If we go over here and we run the Windows update, let's take a look at this really quick. This has also the downgrade.exe, but you need to run the 111.2 exe first before you run that to take you back to the older version. If you can run 111.2, but their parity is there. The big thing with this update, that if you're running 1.9 or even 1.10.2 that we fixed, that's really critical, is that this Flex EQ on the master output, and I just use this very little. I use it just to touch certain frequencies, just to give a little bit extra sparkle, a little bit more roundness in the low end. But it was misreading those values. So in some libraries, like if you go to the Vocalesque library, that uses actually the Flex EQ quite a bit to put air and stuff. And those patches don't sound right because it was the values were saved right, but the way Unify was reading these settings for the volume dB amount, it was doing a different kind of math than it should have. So they didn't sound quite right. So you really should have this update, because when I'm programming, I'm using the Flex EQ here quite a bit. And in previous versions from 10.2 back, it's not playing it back right. So it's not sounding the way that I wanted it to sound when I made the patches. If we go to like Vocalesque and you play some of the pads and stuff like this, let's go to just like moving ooze. This has quite a bit on it, right? So if you don't have 10.1.3 or 111.2, it's going to sound like this versus that. And this is nice, but that's how I wanted it to sound. I wanted that extra air. Versus that. So if you don't run 111.2 or the 1.11.1 beta, this was fixed in the beta. I noticed it when doing this library and let Shane know about. You know, it's one of those. It's been there for 4 years. But it's an important fix because it fixes this issue with the EQ on the master output. So please update. And you will be really happy, I think, with everything else. Shane's been working very hard on the Apple Silicon support, on the latest Windows versions to make sure everything is good. So we are in good shape in that respect. So it's a good thing to do. Now this patch I just made, we'll make one more bonus one, I think. This was BPM. I should put it in split. Let me see. Let's do this. Was the fastest way to go like this and go date modified today. BPM bass nonstop Raven. Okay, so BPM nonstop Raven. So this actually needs to be a split. So let's do this. I'll bring you along on my adventure here for a second. So let's go over here. It's supposed to be BPM split and BPM split. and we say update. And let's call this the bonus patch. Patch made on March 16th, 2024. Because we love our customers. And we say update. Now, I'm going to go into the, let's do this. Let's go over here. I'm just going to copy the name. I need to fix it in the Finder. So go reveal in the Finder, paste, there. And then we say select one patch earlier and update, there. So now it works. I want to make sure the names are consistent between the patch. This is a big patch. It's got actually one, two, I have a number of controls for you guys to play with on this. You've got the drums themselves. And on the third page, second page. And actually, I wanted to do something really quick. Copy, paste, copy, paste. If you don't know, there are shortcuts now to copy knob assignments. You hold down Control and Shift and click the bullet, and then you hold down Shift and you paste, and you are pasting the bullet. So you can quickly go through. Option and click will reset the knob to 0. And I would need to, that's bass on layer 3. So we go over here at 1, 2, 3. And let's see, what's the volume at? Bass 1, and then I need to go bass 2, bass. That way we can take them all out if we want just the drums. So you can start with this. Right hand, we have a pad, and the pad is cool. It has sync happening with an LFO. Unfortunately, OBXD's LFO doesn't sync to clock. That's one thing I'm going to talk to Shane to see if we can talk those guys into doing that. But we also have it's a little slow. So as we get everything up, so that's set. I like that. That's cool. And also check this out. There's a couple other things cool going on this patch right here. And this one, CC Rider is doing some cool stuff. It's changing the filter cutoff of Noise Box to give it motion. Yeah, that's banging. Okay, cool. And we need to do one more. So let me do one more really quick to get into this bonus patch. Little gift bag. Let's use a velocity bass to start with. So we're going to go over here to the bass's velocity up at the top. Like maybe Poseidon. Well, we kind of did distorted. Man. Skippy was not messing around when he made these. My goodness. Let's play with Athena. So let's, my dog's name's Athena. So Athena's in the house. And I'm going to use Blue Arp. And let's go to velocity because this is all velocity controlled. Let's see, where's our bass? So we're gonna go like. That should be fun. So let's go over here to the drums. I'm gonna make this a little bit simpler, not quite so carried away. So let's go to the BPM drums to the kick. Let's say BPM 9. And I want a fun hi-hat, so let's right click on 909 Shorty. All right, and what's happening with Shorty? Okay, let's go over here to BPM Shorty's got a headache today, I guess. Played too hard last night or something. So let's see here. Go load into. Huh. Guys, what happened? Let's see. Hi-hat, drums, hi-hat, Spitzer. Huh. I do not understand. Oh. I see. That was interesting. I wonder if that's the case for everything else. Let's save this really quick. BPM. We're just gonna make a really cool bass thing. BPM bass. Athena entrance. Walks in. BPM bass created on March 16th. Save as save. See how I use Blue Arp to change that around? Let's get the melody to be a little bit more fun. So let's go over here to the steps. And right here we have the octaves and scale steps. So we can... take this up an octave. And if we want, we can go over here to the, where is it at? My eyes are, here we go, it's rest, so we can, tie. There we go. Let's have this be a single note without a rest. So rest, no rest. There we go. Let's have another rest. And we're going to put another rest right here and have this go up in 2 octaves. See how you can use the ties to tie the notes, because then you get the mono legato and I have glide. And you could go to this third page. You could slow it down to, or make it faster or slower. And then on top of this, let's say we want to have like some sort of really cool 16th note pattern. So let's go to the hi-hats. Load it into a new Unify layer. Oh. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. Let's save that for Shane to look at, because maybe we'll have to do another update to Unify. Oops. Let's see here. I bet it's Blue Arp that did it, because I was getting deeper into Blue Arp than I usually do. Interesting. Okay, well, one more time. Tonda. Oh my gosh. Okay, get our keyboard back up. I tell you what, I'll remake that and I'll put it up as an email blast tomorrow to everybody, because I got so much other stuff I want to show you guys. I don't want to get too bogged down with this, but I want to make some bonus patches for the library, and that's unfortunate that we lost that. That was coming along very nicely. Let's try really quick. We'll get it back. See if we go Unify standard, Blue Arp. If you've done something once, you can do it again. Velocity, like this. And I went like bump, bump, down, bump. And we say BPM drum to get the kick going. Let's say BPM right here, load it. That's not quite right. And boom. Oh, that's octave, sorry. Let's go over here to the step type. Let's go to velocity. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Let's get a whole. Let's maybe do a whole groove like laundry. Load into Unify. And why don't I hear this? It's so funny. Is it MIDI box? There's some parameter that's play only. I have to figure this out because it wasn't doing this before, so. And we don't need the kicks, so maybe we go over here, we say, that's kind of cool. Let's go. Let's put a pump house here. Pump house built in. Let's have a little side chain. Let's do one more bass. Maybe you save this before. Wait, I saved this, didn't I? So I'm gonna you're gonna have 3 bonus bass patches because I did save that other one. Oh, good. I forgot bass. Athena leaving. BPM. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then Athena's walking. There we go. There's the other one I was doing. BPM bass. Now what happened here? Why is it? Did I do too many spaces? I think I did one too many space. So save. Athena's leaving. Update. There. Huh? What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. Bass. Are we having fun? You guys having fun? There's more to show you, I promise. Didn't mean to get bogged down with this. So copy, cancel, reveal in the Finder, and I always take out the apostrophes and stuff like that just because I've had situations in the past with something going wrong. So I'd rather just make sure that so we got Athena's leaving and Athena's walking. Yay! Okay. So here, let me save these up really quick and give them to you. And there's states. You got some bonus things to play with. So we have Nonstop Raven. So what we do is we go over here and we say libraries and we make that folder. And then just to make this easy on myself and fast, I just copy over Titan to the libraries folder. Since this computer is so fast at copying data, it's not even funny. And we can say samples, MIDI files. This stuff could go bye-bye. It's just in patches, and we only want to keep these 3 patches. Everything else goes bye-bye. So then I compress this, and I give it this name with some modifications to the zip file. We'll call it Titan 303 bonus. So creative. And at the end of the name, instead of zip, in order for Unify to just install it, we name it a guru. And we say, yes, use guru. And let me put this into Dropbox and then come over here. And let's go to our there's so much to leave. Don't leave. I got something pretty amazing to show you here in a minute. So go freebies. Did I do one for? I've got freebies all the way back to 2016. Isn't that funny? Let's see. All right. So Titan 303. Open. And we put this in here. Copy the Dropbox link and go to the chat. And there we go. And I'll put it into the video description as well. Bonus 3 patches for Titan 303. It's in the video description as well and saved. So there you go. All right, so anyway, today's the last day to get this on sale and get all these cool patches. Now, I'm just going to check really quick. I want to go to like the hats and... Okay, something weird happened. I'm going to have to check the hats and give you guys a library update, I guess, because I'm going to have to update them all. My goodness. Okay, well, if the hi-hats don't work, that's why. There's this amp setting that I set up for like something. I had to do a copy. I did something and I did it wrong. I'm sorry. So I'll fix the hats. The kicks work. Snares all work. The grooves, these guys work. It's just the hi-hats. If you call up a hi-hat patch, open Guru sampler. Oh, it's not all of them. Look at that. Just starts with shorty. Huh, have to check that out because it's not supposed to do that. Anyway, sorry about that, but there you go. So, a couple other things to show you guys. We went for an hour last Sunday. Yeah, I'm so tired of daylight savings. It's actually, I believe, been approved by Congress in a year or two to abolish it and get rid of it. Because, I mean, it might have worked in the old days for farming and stuff, but it doesn't. No, it just makes winters short and depressing because it gets dark at night so soon. And you know, I hate it. There's actually a handful of states here in the United States that don't. I don't know how it works. I don't know how they ignore daylight savings in some states, and it doesn't make sense. So anyway, that's yeah, right. Arizona. There's no time change. They don't change their time in the winter. It's kind of funny. Yes. So Titan 303. It's very, very flexible of all sorts of really cool basses. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of it. Now, let's talk about something new first. I'll show you what's coming next week from us. And then I have 2 plugins to show you that have come out this week that are pretty cool. And at the very end, I have a video I will play you guys from 1990 of a performance I did. I just had copied over from a VHS tape to a digital format so I can show you the performance. It's at the introduction of the Wave Station, and I'm playing drums on a drum cat, so you won't want to miss that. It's really, really fun. To show you a little teaser, we have a little teaser to start the what's coming from Bob. Bob worked really, really hard on this next library. It is stunning. I am really excited to share it with you. Are you ready? I'm going to go over here and make sure I got OBS running so I can make sure that audio is working when I play this. Here we go. Is that cool? Yeah, folk instrument library. Exactly. Hey, there's one more I can show you really quick. Let me get over here. I need to download it because I didn't download it before. Let's see. Yes, Space Dreams is the next library. I can go over here and we can see here. Where did I put it? Space Dreams. Here's the box. Really, really fun artwork we came up with. Hello. There you go. Space Dreams. It's an extension on the ambient dreams idea, but it is as deep, if not deeper, in what it contains and what it does. It's really, really exciting. So let's go like that. Get these things back. And let me go over here real quick. So if I go over here to Mr. Bob, that is. This is called Apollo, and let's download it to the desktop. Download anyway. And so here we go with, oh, it's downloading. So puts it all together. Here we go.
Showing velocity 35,570 feet per second, altitude 177 nautical miles. This is Apollo Control, and we're showing orbital weight now, 138,892.9 pounds.
We have main engine start, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There you go. And Space Dreams. So the library is right here. Let's move this over here. Go over there. Thank you. I have it right here. Space Dreams. Check this out. 250 patches. It is an epic library. We start with arpeggiated patterns that are cool. There's basses. There's all sorts of really cool drums as far as like really cool glitchy modern drums. This little cool chalk. And if we go like this and like load some of these up. And let's add a sequence. Sounds so good. So this isn't a complete demo. I just want to give you a little teaser of some of the things in this library. If you go to the sample list for this library, there's a lot here. There's basses, drones, electronics, motion, pads, percussion, textures, including NASA. So you can really, really interesting stuff. Noisescapes, radio emissions. All sorts of really cool stuff. If we get to some of these latch patches, they're really cool where you can like just play and it will latch for you. So you could have that playing. Go to Unify layers. Call it bass. You could even mic. So all sorts of cool plays to go with this. And then all these motion patches are super cool. Deep programming, the flows. Remember those from other libraries? Really, really fun. Great stuff. 250 patches. I was able to contribute one patch down here at the bottom, talking to Earth, so isn't that fun? So this will be coming out next Thursday. Yay! Really, really fun stuff. Let's add a noisescape. Let's add a plug. So, really excited for you guys to get to play with this. It came out so nice. It's really, really cool. Takes you to all sorts of cool universes. Yeah, so Space Dreams is coming next Thursday. Can't wait. We'll be doing a whole walkthrough. There's some other special things that will be coming along with this as far as to like the presentation. We've got some other people doing a video, which is going to be really exciting. Yeah, if you guys are into the ambient scene, you know there's other people on YouTube that are really into promoting. They'll be doing a video for us. So cool. Great stuff. So that is coming. Let me know if there's any questions in the chat. Yeah, super cool stuff. All right, so there's a couple plugins to show you guys that have come out this week. Let me show you a MIDI effect first. This is really, really interesting MIDI effect. Let's go over here to, let's just call it a bell. And I might actually change to an FM bell. Let's see, let's just use a kalimba. And let's bring up the reverb a little bit more. So it's called Harmony Bloom. Is that right? Or Bloom? Yeah, Harmony Bloom by Mario Neto. And it's a really cool graphic feedback visualizer for what it can do. You play a note, And wherever this spiral crosses the line is when it plays. So if I turn on another spiral, I start to get chords. And you can do offsets. And as I spin the values, you see it shifting the MIDI notes. Here's your chords, so you can choose all sorts of really cool chords. Loop length, there's grid offset, so you can offset it if you want it to be. The duration, the length of the loop, if you want it to be longer or shorter. Let's have it do like a minor seventh so we know. So that could be one part, right? And let's get a little BPM drum thing happening so we can hear what's going on. Let's do sparse. And then if we duplicate this layer, let's say just duplicate, let's change Guru's sampler to different samples, like say, and let's change Harmony Bloom. Let's hit the randomizer and just see what it comes up with. So remember the old spiral graph from back in the day when we were kids? And you can go through presets as well. And let's set this to minor sevenths so that we're playing the same chords. And let's slow this down. Say fewer notes, and as I bring down the notes, it like zooms in. And it's an offset of 1/15th, let's say 1/16th. But it's kind of cool if you want to make it like let's say 1/13. Right? So there's all sorts of possibilities to do with this with timing. You can hit randomize on different areas, as you can see. So if you want just to randomize the number of notes. Can. Now, let's look at the other new thing that came out, and we're going to use it on this drum groove to make this drum groove a little bit more interesting. And that is trash. This is from iZotope. And at first, I was thinking this might be a step backwards, but I think it's actually got some really cool, viable things to it that are really useful. So my making fun of trash is not what I'm planning to do today. Like I was like, oh, maybe we'll like, because here's the thing. It doesn't have the delay that Trash 2 has. It doesn't have the filtering flexibility that I'm used to seeing down here in the filter section. But they compensate for that in some other ways that are really interesting. So, for one thing, let's just hit random. You basically have a convolution, and you have a whole bunch of different presets. Right, you have reverbs, water, custom where you can put your own samples, amps. It has a really cool feature over here called tilt. And this is kind of a cool thing from some classic effects from analog day and stuff. Where using this would shift it either to the high end or to the low end. So you can use this to do some EQ filtering tricks. And as you can see, it's got 4 different distortions that you're like mixing, right? So they have this really cool little ball that you can like click and say, I want to go to here. And then if you spin this up, it starts to pay attention to this envelope follower. Right? And if you and you have a mix control, you have where the tilt frequency is, and then up here is what really saves the day. You have the ability to split the frequencies between the distorted area and the not distorted area. So if this is the area that's not being trashed. And it has its own volume versus the area that's being trashed. So you can get in there and like limit where you want it to be, where you want trash and where you don't want trash. And you can control the volume of each section. So the filtering kind of is done in a different way where you now have frequency splitting. And I believe each one of these could be a whole different trash preset. So if you get going and get carried away, let's see if I hit this. Oh, it does it to everything, yeah. But it can do some really nice things. Especially if you get into using the modulation here. And then where the filter is really cool because you bring this down and you click and drag on this. And you can get some really, really cool and then I don't know why, maybe just because it just fits better on the screen, but they have Scream, which if you hover over this, it's kind of stupid that it says, let's see, did I turn tooltips off? I might have turned the, let's see. I have tooltips on, so if I go over here and I hover over this, it says resonance. It says, this is resonance. Sets the resonance for the low pass filter. So even though it's resonance, they decided to name it Scream. So just to confuse people, let's put actually what it does for 2 different names. And heat adds distortion to the filter. But the end result of what you can get is really cool. So you can set something cool like that and then control what range you want to do this. And then have the top area where you like clean it up a little bit. So there's a lot of places you can go with this. Right? And cool reverby things and all sorts of stuff. Just hitting the random button is fun. Can you find something you like and then go over here and like shape things? The unfortunate thing is that this envelope control, I wish it was able to hit other parameters. For example, convolve. You can't modulate that. You can, but you have to use Unify or your DAW. You need to go in and assign controls to the knobs. Turns out that if you go over here to the knobs and if you look at the controls, if you go to the drums, to effect, to trash, you have access to a whole lot of parameters, including the convolution, blend, X and Y. So if we go this and we say duplicate this and we just double click to say, instead of X, we go Y, and then controls. So we have like this, and we have this. Actually, it's easier to do it this way, I find. If you want to assign things to the knob and it's a complex effect like that with lots of controls, open this up and then open up the knob control assignments and hit the little ear button and then move the thing you want to change. Like I want to change this. There, now it's done. And if you do it from the upper knob level, if I hit this and then I move this, it'll give it the name so I can see what the name is, which is cool. And maybe I want this. Maybe I want that. So if I hit the little ear and then I move the frequency down. Another fun thing would maybe to have the envelope doing a whole bunch of stuff, have it so that this is. Like I want to control the width of that, so I could just click that and then move this. Now. So you can get in to change all sorts of cool parameters in this. So it's a cool effect. It's just mainly for just tonally changing something quite severely. Let's go to bass sound, for example. Let's play with that for a minute on this. So if we go up to basses, let's get a BPM bass, so it's playing some stuff. Let's find a different bass. There we go. That'll be fun. So let's go over here and like right click and say trash and not trash 2. Here's trash. Well, no, I'm not going to open trash 2 because we're no longer there. We're in trash. You can see where it's finding all sorts of cool frequencies. You can solo sections. So you can hear what they're doing. And then if you click in this area, I can control what it's doing. It's doing a lot of changes to the low end. You hear the low end changing. Give more range to this lower distortion setting. In fact, I believe that parameter right there, if I stick over here and say, listen with the ear and move this, there it is. And it kind of breaks if I go too far. So I can go over here and set my range where I want to go like max. There. This is where the click on these control little nodes is so useful because you can actually see It's sending the value when you click on it. So you can see exactly where you want it to go, so you line it up right where you want it to be. So you can get it to do exactly what you want it to do. It's very, very, very powerful. Not only that, but to be able to change the curvature of it and to like maybe have a breakpoint where it freaks out for a second. Maybe it doesn't freak out quite that much. Let's have it stay in the lower range for a while. It's just really, really cool to be able to assign parameters to the knobs just so quickly, right? Downloaded it before, but didn't install it. Now, let me, no coupon, direct price. Yes, the Mario Nito site. Let me show you that really quick. It's called MarioNitoWorld.com. It's in the video description. I put the link for this already. So if you just hit description and stuff, you'll see that there's a link for Harmony Bloom. What you do is you add to cart, and it is at €29 or $32. No, I don't want any in there because I have it already. I paid for this. I didn't because I wanted to show it to Livestream. On the Facebook Unify page, if somebody mentions a plugin that I'm not aware of, that they want to like have us check out, I'll go buy it. So I bought this because somebody on the Unify Facebook page said, hey, there's this really cool MIDI effect. I'd like to see how it works inside of Unify. And so I wanted to show you guys how it works in Unify. So I bought it. Now, Trash 2 I also bought, and that was one that's a little tricky. So I'm going to open up a page. If you go to your iZotope.com, you have to log in. Let me log in if I haven't logged in. I'm logging in. But because there's something you have to do to get the pricing. Why are you not? Okay, so it just automatically logged me in without making me go through the sign up stuff. So if you go to your account overview, see to make sure that nothing other than my email, which I don't care if you guys see, you have to go to the loyalty offers. Because from the main page, if you go to products, yeah, okay, thank you. If you go to trash and you go here, it's $99, but you can get it for, I think, $79, right? If you just click buy now, it's $79. You only save $20. Don't do that. If you've bought anything from iZotope, I believe just log into your account, go to your overview, and then click the loyalty offers. They have all sorts of promo things that they offer and stuff like that. So you can see here, Trash for $29 because I own Trash too. And maybe if you've owned another version of something else from iZotope, I think you can get it for $49. So make sure you check your loyalty offers and stuff. They hide it. They don't make it directly available and they don't tell you about it. So they, I guess, hope you mistake that and buy it for $79 or something like that. But anyway, let's see what's going on with Dave Twitch. Warning, back up your Unify before using the beta. Ken, make sure you email us, but you shouldn't have lost anything. We're out of beta. There's no more beta. It's now. Just make sure that you go to your settings and make sure your data folder is pointing where Unify is looking. That should not have happened. Could you try crash on a guitar or flute or something? Sure. Let's go here to guitar. I'll get you a clean Strat. Let's see here. Let's open up from Mega Magic Guitars Volume 2 Light. Go to the Strats. These are nice, round, like softy. This is what sounds really great with distortion. Let's go over here, Trash. and just use the convolver, they have all these different tones. Let's see, width. We go to the amps. And then we turn on trash. Due to the US UK clock change, I missed the first 45 minutes. Can you recap before the end of the stream? So the future of Unify, yes. So we have released Unify 1.11.2. It's available at our website, at the Ilio website, to download and update. We're no longer in beta, and it's basically the end of our support as far as updates, unless there's a problem found. We've gone through pretty extensive testing. It's been in public beta for a long time. Shane is actively working on the next big version of Unify, and we can't talk about much about it yet because it's there's a lot of work going on, but it's great. It's not the same Unify, you know, but it is. But it does. It's gonna be great. So the plan is that the next thing that we release, we hope will be the next version of Unify, probably in the summertime. I'm hoping we'll be ready by then. There's still libraries coming for Unify, and anything here will work in whatever the future is, you know, as far as these libraries that we're making. And we're playing with trash from iZotope, which we could get something more crisper for the high end part. And go over here. Or over here in the corner. There we go. So there's some fuzziness. Because it's 3 separate frequency bands that have separate distortion, you can yeah, so we're just working on what's coming next for Unify, and it's big. It will be a paid update that will add some significantly cool new features to Unify. So we're on the launch pad now for what's coming next, is basically what's happening. So Trash or Trash 2 just works on existing harmonics. I've been having, to be honest, there's something weird going on with the iLock to iZotope relationship. I would show you Trash 2 if I could, but it's not working on this computer right now. So I'm not sure what the reason for that is. If we go over here, I wish I had a little bit better oh, here we go, aggressive. So they do have different categories. So they have aggressive, edge, heavy, percussive, subtle, eat brain. Again, it's really important to realize you have multiple bands here. So if you want the low end to be clean, you can just simply that and then change the... Right? So it's very flexible now how it works as far as distortion. I thought it was pretty cool how they did it. It's nice. So we are distorting this. Yeah, there's a problem, and I sent an email out to everybody when I announced the sale that's at the website and the update to Unify and so forth. Do not update if you have a lot of iLock to, I think it's 14.4. Where's my About This Mac? I am at 14.1. Is it 14.1.4 something? What do you think of Trash 3 compared to Rift or Saturn? Let's see, I have version 1 of Rift. Let's see, do we have guitars here? I don't know if I'm in the right area for simple distortion. Here we go. They each do different things. This doesn't have the multi-band where it can be 3 different distortion presets that Trash 3 has, which is different. And then the other one, Saturn. Let's see. Let's do the audio unit version. Yeah, thank you. Let's go guitar. Saturn 2 is a lot more like what you'd find in iZotope Trash 3. I mean, I love FabFilter plugins. I use their limiter on practically every mix I do. It's great. And their distortion's great. This is nice. I don't know if it's convolution based. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. I live in like the most amazingly beautiful little corner of the Northwest, but man, when it's springtime, everything here goes crazy. Literally every tree is and there's trees everywhere and plants and grass and flowers and it's I think you'll get more variations out of Trash 3, or Trash as it's now called, just because there's the ability to combine all these convolution presets for the different amps. And the combination of distortion and an amp is just great. It's really nice. This tilt is really cool because you can emphasize the higher frequencies. Let me turn this down so I'm not like killing you. Let's play distortion at full volume. Yeah. And then going through all these different, there's all of these different amps. I mean, there's a lot here to work with. So I think it's actually far more flexible. And then the ability to get the envelope involved. And have it start at one place. So now it's getting more dynamic based on the signal. It's great. It's really, really flexible. Yeah, so they have auto gain. They have a limiter on the output, which you should always have on. But the ability to have 4 different effects for the convolution, 4 different effects for the trash component, which can be dynamically changed, and have that be one of 3 different EQ splitting bands is, they should have given it a better name. Trash is just too bland of a name. They should have, you know, Trash Max or something. It's great. Yeah, sorry for the time change. We did our daylight savings last week on Sunday, and it messes everything up for the world clock. I'm sorry about that. The other sad news that I have for those of you in Europe, I'm really, really sorry to have to announce that I'm not going to be able to come to Berlin for Super Booth. I thought I was going to make it. I've actually already bought my airplane ticket. And come to find out, I had the wrong dates for my daughter's graduation from her university here in the States. And seeing her graduate, I'm sorry, is a far more important priority than going to Super Booth. So I'm going to miss coming to Germany this year again. And so I'm sad about that. I was going to stay with the ESC guys at an Airbnb. It's going to be really it's all set. But it's more important to see my daughter graduate. So I'm sorry that I am not going to be able to make it. Drats, you guys will have to be sending me updates all the time on what's going on. But hey, you know, we got our priorities, and seeing my daughter graduate is going to be a very proud day for me. So I don't want to miss that. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn these back on after the video. So anyway, yeah. So I have one more treat for you guys. This is going way back in time to when I was 24 years old. So this is 34 years ago. So it's a long time ago. This is in Japan. We just released the Wave Station. Actually, we hadn't even released it, I don't believe. Korg had not released it into the music stores. We were still in the promotion. We showed it at the NAMM show. I was coming to Frankfurt Messe to show it with Jordan Rudess. Jordan couldn't make it to Japan, and so John Bowen came instead as the player. I'm going to be releasing the full hour and a half of this because it has like a wonderful speech by Dave Smith, who we lost a little over a year ago. It has John Bowen and Jack Hotop showing the Wave Station. I'm showing a drum machine that Korg released called the S3, which is a component-based drum machine where the drum heads special EQ was used to like separate the attack head transients from the body. So you have all these different bodies and all the different attack components for kicks, snares, hats, percussion, all sorts of things. It's really, really powerful. And I'm playing a drum cat, and this is our opening song that we did at this dealer presentation for the Wave Station and for the S3. So let's go back in time, and I hope you enjoy. let me get the cameras of me. Hello. Now we're gonna go bye-bye again. So here, enjoy this.
本日はコルグ R&D およびコルグ USA からジョン・ボーエン、ジョン・レムキュー、そしてジャック・ホトップの3種を迎えております。それではお願いいたします。OK, let's go.
So I'm playing what's called a drum cat. Let's see if there's a place I can zoom in closer where you see right there, the drum cat. And actually there's another place where you can see I'm playing pads, and then to the left of me is the actual drum module that I'm playing. Yeah, so I'm not technically, I mean, I've played drums for a while, I didn't take drum lessons. I'm a self-taught drummer for the most part. So the kick drum pedal hits a sensor, which sends a MIDI trigger to play a note to the S3. And so I have that. And then I had the hi-hats, and it's really tricky to control because I had one pad, and if I played hard, it would be open. If I played soft, it was closed. And I found the place where I could control it with the way I was playing to change between the open and closed. I do a whole demonstration of the S3 and the component synthesis in the full video. It's really cool. I'll be putting that on the YouTube channel. But it's really, really, really fun. You guys like to hear the stories of the old days of MIDI and stuff that we've done in the past. So there you go. That's definitely an old men of MIDI dinner story, because that's a long time ago. It was a very, very fun trip. Yeah, good memories. It's funny. Jack, the keyboard player playing the solo that's got long hair, his doesn't have long hair anymore. He remembers some of this, but John Bowen, he's like, I don't remember any of this, which surprised me because I thought he would have remembered some of that. Yeah, so the drum pads with the drum cat. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been a really fun live stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't have all my racks over here. Let's see if I can get to where if I go like this and turn the cameras back on. Let's see if I go over here and get this to be brighter. Get a little more light in the room. You can see there, I used to have big racks over here. It's totally empty. I've got my keyboard stands behind me, but everything else is in storage. For those of you asking about the move, I haven't even listed my house yet. I'm hoping to list it today. I've been taking all of the nice photos of the house you have to take before you can sell a house. You have to, take pictures of everything and get all evidence that you live there out, which is really hard. And I've lived here for 6.5 years, so there's a lot more to it than I expected. So I've been working really hard. Here, I can show you a couple pictures of the house if you want to see where we're at. Let's see, here's the downstairs. That's what my downstairs of the house looks like. Let's see, let's go over here to the kitchen maybe. There's a kitchen photo in here somewhere. I'm selling stuff, so there's all sorts of stuff on sale. Let's see, find a kitchen picture here if I go like this, and remodeled my kitchen so that it's nice. It's got a really cool sink, stuff like that. So just taking nice photos for the house before I list it. I'm hoping to do that today, and still planning to be moving out of here April 1st is the plan. So fingers crossed. We're about ready to, it's like hitting the go button on the rocket, right? So it's exciting times. So thank you for joining, for your support. One last thing to point out, don't forget there's a sale this weekend at the PlugInGuru.com website. So if you go to PlugInGuru.com, the St. Patrick's Day 40% off most libraries is on sale. Titan 303, one more day at its introductory price. We have new libraries, and if you hit products, it goes to all the products, so you can go down the list. We have libraries for so many plugins now. It's really, really cool. You can pick out the ones you want to get, and they're automatically deducted on the prices already like that already. So yeah, spring is March. This is about the right time of year when this starts to happen. It's been raining nonstop for weeks, and finally it's got sunny days and nice and warm and stuff like that. Oh, yes, Marcel, thank you. Let's do our shout-outs. Shout-outs while we can. Shout out from Portland, Oregon for Taylor and myself. I don't know if Taylor's here. Did he chime in? I know Shane couldn't be here today. Hopefully he will make it next week. Oh, yeah, Taylor's here. So shout out to Taylor. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you again for... it's just amazing that we can do these live streams, and even after all these years, there's still 90 plus of you guys hanging out. It's pretty cool. So thank you for your support. Don't forget Unify 1.11.2. The final version of Unify Standard Edition is available for download. Links are in the video description. And we will see you all next. I'll do a live stream next week. Maybe the house will be rented by then. Who knows? We'll find out. All right? But thank you for joining. It's good to see you all and hang out. Always makes me so happy to hang out with you guys. So take care. Have a great week, whatever you're doing. And we'll see you soon. Okay?